Good evening all. I thought I'd do a video today about triangulation, being raised by a covert narcissist, and what that really cost me in terms of in my life. So today I'm going to mainly talk about the tactics that have been used to separate me from members of my family, and in particular my sister. When my sister was very small, I bought her a particular album, and that album went underneath her pillow and it stayed there for years until she was double digits, like maybe 12, 13. And my mum literally used to say to me, she's obsessed with you. She loves you so much. And then, my sister entered her teen years, and obviously she started experimenting and doing different things. And as her older sister, because there's like 17 years between us, I used to, if I knew that she was doing something a bit worrisome, I'd let my parents know. And sometimes it was to do with social media, sometimes it was to do with something I'd seen. And every single time, my parents, rather than treating me like an ally, they would tell her what I said and what my concerns were. And I think through doing that, they actually made it so that I looked like a bad person. I was just trying to protect her. Now, I don't want to go into the ins and outs of what she was doing at the time, but obviously 17 years difference, she was 13 or whatever. So, I'm in my 20s and I'm seeing her acting in certain ways and doing certain things and hanging out with certain people and going to certain places, and things had completely changed. And her opinion started diminishing of me very quickly over those years. And then in more recent times, there's been a couple of things that have happened that have put me and my mum and my sister in the same situation. And even though it was a planned thing, my mum will always throw me under the bus. She will always leave me standing there looking like I'm the troublemaker. And I think going through PTSD, complex PTSD, having BPD as well, it makes it really difficult to have relationships with people, because the core people in my life have deceived me, have hurt me, have been disloyal to me, have lied to me, have demanded so much from me and really not returning that much. In terms of love, I love you was something that was said a lot in my childhood. But then when I think about the abuse, when I think of my mum recalling times when she would abuse me or she would do something horrible to me, and then she'd recall it as though it was like a cute little story. And it's like, those are the things I have nightmares about. Those are the things I have flashbacks about. And I don't know if people are aware of this, but flashbacks don't always have to be visual. Sometimes flashbacks are actual feelings. I don't know if they're called flashbacks actually, but sometimes you get a flashback of what you felt like in that moment. So sometimes you can see the actual atmosphere or the person or whatever. You can physically see things in your head. But when you see it in your head, it's not like you're seeing it in your head. It's like you're back in that moment. So that's what a normal flashback is like. for me, sometimes I get emotional flashbacks where I feel that vulnerability, that fear, that questioning of why this was happening to me, and was I a bad person. It really has destroyed my life, my relationships, the way I look at love, the way I look at my family. All the things that have happened over the years have slowly but surely led me to this point. And to think that with all the effort I put into, especially my mum and my stepdad, to think how they've badmouthed me, how they've portrayed me as some really selfish, thieving, nasty piece of work, where really I have never reacted to anything they have done to me. I've never told any of my own friends, like people I knew intimately, people who, you know, I felt like I could tell them anything, just not that. Because my loyalty to my mum always came before my own emotions and my own processing and my own reactions to things. So yeah, if anyone experiences these same things, the triangulation, I mean, actually, to give you a little bit more information on what triangulation is when one person might play you off someone else in order to get advantages from the situation. Because if there's a rift between you and that other person, that means that other person then becomes the narcissist's ally, and you become the outside enemy that they are now fighting against. Yeah. I just want to say as well, 17 years to wait for a sister, that my mum literally has trained to dislike me, distrust me. But then, you know, my sister is an adult. She makes her own decisions as well. And to be honest with you, I think she's been with my mum too much. So, yeah, it is what it is. I share this stuff because a lot of stuff goes through my head, and I really don't have a lot of people to talk to. So I write a lot, and I'm going to start doing more videos like this because I need to speak my truth. I need to get it out of my head and into the world. And I think I've learned a lot, and I want to share some of the things I've learned because maybe it will help other people understand what's happened with them. So I hope you've found my video, you know, interesting or whatever, and it's an opportunity for you to get to know me a little bit more as well. By the way, if you are interested in buying my book, please look in the comments. I've got a link to my book called Beautiful and Full of Disgrace. There's poetry, there's letters, and there's other little bits and pieces where I really do talk about my personality disorder, the symptoms I get, and some of the beginnings of telling you about my traumatic childhood. So please, if you can support me, follow me, like this video, share it. That's what I'm doing this stuff for. So if there's anything on my profile you like, please do share it because it helps. Obviously, it helps my whole mission. Okay, thank you very much. Bye.